He tucked that ball away, lowered his head, and boom, end zone.
Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Whenever I touchdown, touchdown. I hope y'all can nest double E, cause I need your eyes on me. 'Cause once I get my feet in this end zone, no one can STOP.
EA Sports coverage of the NFL has us at the venerable Superdome in downtown New Orleans. Tonight, it's the Thursday opener for the new NFL season between the Miami Dolphins and the New Orleans Saints. America, and we're underway on EA Sports. From the 10. And he's going to be out of bounds here as the run back will leave him shy of the 20-yard line.
At their own 19-yard line.
Throwing to start here is Tua. This one complete to his running back, Jamal Williams. And that's good for a pickup of 10 yards. And they'll be left with a second and about a foot.
Well, partner, that's the start that you want right there. And you know he spent the entire offseason throwing hundreds, I'd probably say thousands of passes, getting ready for that moment. The first throw of the new season. He's dreamed about it, thought about it, and now it's out of the way.
1 for 1, a lot more to go. A good gain on first, has him set up with second and just a couple of inches now from the 29. The first carry now, this is Williams. And he'll have a Dolphins first down as he's got this up to about the 34-yard line.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
First down, Miami.
From the 34 now, here's first and 10. Off of play action, Tagovailoa. This one swung out to Williams. And they're able to work this across midfield to the foot.
Complete to Jamal Williams. A gain of 18 on the play. And the Dolphins first down.
So on the other side of the field now, it's first and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. Tua going to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Well, that was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Tua sets up to pass it. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
They put a check mark in the box where the defense coordinator was saying, how well can we stay with these receivers if we're in man coverage? Because it just did it on that one, force the incompletion. That allowed him to get bolder with his pass rush, won't it?
Absolutely, frees up your guys elsewhere. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now Tua. Flushed out right. That's incomplete, but there is a flag down, so hang on. A big call coming on 3rd down.
Okay, so roughing the passer, I've got to imagine that's the last thing you want to see week 1 is your quarterback taking an unnecessary hit.
I think you're exactly right about that. You hate it any week, but boy, are you on target. This is a unit that's depending on him to take him through 17 games, so you definitely can't let him get hurt right now.
A bad time for a roughing penalty, and they get the gift of a 1st and 10. They'll run out of the gun here. Williams. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That's good for 21 yards and a 1st down.
Coming in, he really liked his chance of having a big year based on a terrific offseason. And runs like that on opening weekend show that he's right.
A first red zone opportunity the new year here as they come up now 1st and 10.
Looking to pass. Tua. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. Not something you see very often from a quarterback of his caliber, an opening drive interception.
Oh, there's no doubt in my mind that even he's surprised at how that one played out. But we know this guy is not going to stop him from continuing to fire as this game goes along. Probably give a little nod of respect across the field for that one and let him know he'll be back the very next series.
And they'll send the tight end in motion left. Following the interception, Winston.
They'll get this one underneath to Kamara.
And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. It'll be a Saints 1st down on a gain of 16 yards.
That's pretty much meat and potatoes right there, wasn't it? Just go right at him and let your big horse charge up the middle. Not too fancy there, was it?
Nothing fancy at all, challenging that defense. And on that go-around, the offense won the challenge. Staying on the ground on 1st with Kamara. And this time they were ready for him as he's taken down at the line of scrimmage. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle. That's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Winston's throw caught by his receiver, Hill.
And he gets us to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. 12 yards there as they keep this drive rolling. It's another 1st down.
I like how they work the tight end on a nice little under route there. And if you're going to give him that much space, he's not going to catch the football. He's going to run away from you a little bit, and that's exactly what he just did there, picking up extra yardage.
Play action now. Winston.
That's into a crowd and intercepted.
Picked off. Byron Jones.
And the Dolphins are going to take over at their own 30-yard line. So consecutive interceptions here early on in this one, and maybe setting the tone, Charles, for a game where the defense really takes center stage.
And don't you think that both offenses are really catching the bit from their coaching staff about avoiding these turnovers that we've seen early? I think both teams are trying to find an advantage. We know that. Can one of them break away and take control of this game?
And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete.
That's good decision-making right there. Understood down and distance. Knew it wasn't third down, and he still had another opportunity to earn the first down. Good job throwing it away and avoiding an interception.
Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and that's going to be a first down. Well done. 18 big yards on that one, and a Miami first. Now a play fake. Here's Tagovailoa. And the Saints pressure gets him. Brought down for a sack. They bring a man off the corner that time, and he gets home for a loss of 6. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Another try after the first down sack.
Tua. A quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete.
Well, partner, guaranteed they approach this play with the idea of making up ground to make third down manageable. Unfortunately, with that incompletion, right back where they started on the last snap. Now they need a big third down play in order to pick up the yardage needed.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Marshawn Lattimore.
And the Saints are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20.
The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started.
As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Again, it's Kamara. And the second wave of tacklers is going to get him as they stop him behind the line. That's a big loss of 3, and it brings up 3rd down.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
And they'll bring the big tight end across the formation left. On 3rd down, Winston. Open man is Michael Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. How about 25 yards on 3rd down? They'll take it.
And that's how you shake off the interception he threw on the opening drive, come back and throw another strike and gain nice yardage. And I give credit to 2 people on this one. The man throwing the ball and the person calling the plays. They're not shutting him down early in this game.
Now a first down carry. It's Kamara. And he is going to lose yardage here. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11. We're scoreless after 1. So after the loss of a yard, they'll look to push forward here on 2nd down and 11. In motion left goes Smith. Play fake. Winston.
The pass caught by Olave.
Calling a gain of a yard, and that's going to set up a tough 3rd and 9.
Brings up 3rd down and 9.
They go play action. Winston.
Got an open man. It's Olave.
And he's got another first down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 39. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13.
But we're used to seeing the guy that you consider the #1 receiver double covered. But how about this guy? He's double covered and finds a way to make the play for a first down.
That's how you increase your Madden rating, right?
No doubt about that at all. And you know something? I think we'll hear about that from him soon.
So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 39-yard line. On play action, Winston.
He'll find his tight end. It's Adam Troutman.
And he'll cross over out of bounds right at the 25. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive. And here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
Winston to give. It's Kamara.
And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball in this drive, and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally, because otherwise, pass rush is just too off on your quarterback. It makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
They'll look to make it 3 for 3 on third down conversions. They need a yard here.
Brings up 3rd and 1.
They'll send the tight end in motion left. Here's Kamara trying to run for it. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes this one down to the 15.
It's a gain of a yard. That's another Saints first down. 1st and 10 at the 15-yard line.
They run it again with Kamara. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing a shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short gain.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Smith, the man in motion left. Off the play fake. Winston. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football.
We hear them discuss red zone efficiency a lot, CD, and they almost gave that one up in the red zone. Luckily, they'll have another shot.
And you and I both know that every offensive coordinator, play caller in the league, they take particular delight in their red zone calls because those are the payoff ones. But you can't call a play if your team doesn't have the ball. Got to secure it.
They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
That's a sharp throw right there on third down. They're looking to get the first points of the game, and they certainly don't want to be on a field goal. So that's a nice jump.
And he is in for the score. Touchdown, New Orleans. Jameis Winston scoring on the sneak from a yard out.
And the Saints post the first points of the ballgame as they take the lead here in this 2nd quarter.
What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he won't quite make it to the 25.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And it's been a miserable start for them offensively. Obviously, 2 drives, 2 interceptions.
And this is where you have to know your quarterback and know how you actually have to reach him. Do you do it with a little bit of humor, maybe you break the ice a little bit, like, hey, didn't we practice in that colored jersey all week, not the one that you're throwing it to? And maybe you have to be stern a little bit. Whatever it's going to take to get the message, it has to be done. He's putting the game in jeopardy.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
All right, help me out here a little bit, partner, because what I'm seeing is a passing game that's just struggled to complete anything. No rhythm, no timing. Seems like every pass is also contested well, so give some credit to the defense.
Throwing is Tagovailoa on 3rd down here. And that is incomplete. I don't know, he had to be pretty quick with his fingers to start and stop after the ball hit the ground. I'm giving him some credit.
Well, I'm thinking about the mental focus, you know.
Yeah.
Mental focus.
Yeah, that's true.
Got to stay with it.
That's true. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Call it 46 yards on the punt, just a single yard on the return as he was covered quickly. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense.
2 minutes on the clock, 2nd quarter, 7-0 ball game. 5 yards remain on 2nd down. Now Winston. This one taken in by Olave. Winston on target to Olave for the Saints first.
I think that's a big pickup for a 1st down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a 1st down, executed it to perfection. First down, Winston. That is hauled in by Michael Thomas. And he takes this one down almost all the way to the 30. A really good pickup of 28 yards. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Here's Kamara out of the pistol. And he's going to get this one down to the 30. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
This time for Smith, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Channing Tindall. And the Dolphins will take over here as they get it up to the 43-yard line. So this defense coming up with a takeaway, and maybe that's something that can bring a little life to that sideline.
Well, I don't want to say that they've been sleepwalking through this 1st half because that's simply not true, but you're right. We haven't seen a lot of fire from these guys, really, on either side of the ball. So maybe that's the catalyst that they needed.
Oh, and Tua going to be intercepted for the 3rd time. Picked off by Marshawn Lattimore. And the Saints are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Just shy of midfield at the 48. They start the drive on the ground. Kamara. And some room to work. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. Touchdown, New Orleans. Alvin Kamara as the 1st half is winding down. And the Saints would extend their lead here just before halftime. Lutz with the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. So not much time to speak of remaining in this 1st half as the kick's away. This is taken just shy of the 10. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. And now we'll get a late timeout as it comes in the waning moments of quarter number 2. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he'll just push his way forward for a few as the clock will run. So we have reached halftime here in the Thursday night opener as we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the third quarter. We'll see if week one fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And from the end zone, Deontay Hardy will bring it out. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. And, Charles, they've got the lead. I would imagine the overall halftime tone was a positive one, but what do you think the talking points were in the locker room?
Well, if there were 3 talking points at the half, partner, all of them were about turnovers because they were pretty loose with the ball. Otherwise, this lead could be even bigger. Now, I don't think that they overly harped on it, but I think they told them, guys, if you want to keep calling those plays that are exciting, you've got to take care of the ball. Otherwise, we may have to dial things back a little bit.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Kamara up the middle. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37.
106 yards rushing for him now here in week one. A very solid start to this new campaign.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll try to throw now. Winston. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes, and it's going to be a first down. Well done. That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 34. Now it's Kamara in the passing game. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try to put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Kamara. And he is not going to get through here on try number 1. They stop him at the goal line. No gain on the play, and it's going to be 2nd and goal. Winston sneaking it, and he is over the line for another rushing touchdown.
Is he a quarterback or is he a tailback?
Jameis Winston. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Saints are looking good here in the season opener as they're able to extend their lead.
After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10.
The Dolphins take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. 2 now on 1st down. Flush to his right. And that's going to be incomplete.
I'm sure it was a tough halftime trying to figure out some strategy to get things going. Trailing by a lot when they went into the locker room. He's just trying every avenue to spark his team here to begin the third quarter. Not a lot going on that play, though.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Tua. He's going to float this one deep right side. He's got a man. Complete.
And he'll be marked down right at the 15-yard line. But sometimes you just got to marvel at how these guys can throw the football. He gave that everything he had, and it was right on the money.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw.
And that might be just what they needed to get back in this game. Sometimes you need a big play to shake things up, get a little life in your sideline, get everyone believing again, and they got it there in a big way.
And that throw, amazingly, well over 70 yards in the air, according to Next Gen Stats. Wow. 2nd and 10, third quarter of the season opener. Throwing now is Tagovailoa. And this time he's got the hook up. It's complete. That'll leave him with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he will take it in for a Dolphins touchdown. Jamal Williams, a 6-yard touchdown run. And the Dolphins are able to cut into that deficit. Extra point up and good by Sanders. And they'll cut the lead to 21-7.
Dolphins 7. Jason Sanders to kick off.
Now after the touchdown, ready to kick it away is Sanders.
Well, this is going to be returned from the middle of the end zone.
Oh, a good return up past the 30.
The Saints take over 1st and 10 at their own 39-yard line.
Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense.
Their lead down to 2 scores after the touchdown a moment ago as they start with a 1st and 10 to the 43, 2nd down.
I feel like I could see what he was thinking on that carry. Wanted to follow that big tackle through the hole. Ended up only getting 4 yards on the carry. I think he had designs on that one being bigger.
To throw on 2nd and 6. Winston forced out to, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and it goes down. Now the Dolphins are going to halt the action here. It's a timeout. It's just their first, so 2 remaining as they burn one here in this 3rd quarter.
We'll see what they have drawn up here. A little bit behind the line. 12 yards needed to gain a 1st down.
Winston from the gun on 3rd down. That's complete to his running back, Kamara. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
Altogether, a pretty shaky start to the year for this defense as they defend another 1st and 10.
They're unable to connect, but a late flag comes in. And the contact may have come too early. They frustrated these receivers tonight, really held down the passing game, but there got the penalty.
Fine line between aggressive, good coverage, and interference, and they crossed it on that play.
Now left side, a completion to his tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40.
And there's a completion to the tight end, and look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes. I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. Winston. Olave holds it in. And he's got another 1st down as he's brought down at the Dolphins' 27-yard line.
That's good for the Saints.
The busy night continues for Kamara. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up 2nd and a yard.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup.
Here's 2nd and a yard.
They'll pound it up the middle with Kamara. And for one of the first times tonight, he's going to be held up at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play, and now they're faced with a 3rd and 1. On 3rd down, here's Kamara. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16.
I think we're seeing the effect that runs like that are starting to have on this game. They're a little bit slower, that front 7, reacting to the football, almost like body blows in boxing, slowing them down, and they're really
looking for Thomas. He's got him. Touchdown, New Orleans. A 16-yard touchdown.
And the Saints are closing in on a winning start to the year as they extend their 4th quarter lead. And now before we get to the extra point, remember all touchdowns do have to be confirmed by the replay official. So they called it a touchdown originally, and this will stay a touchdown after the video review, so they had it right.
Lutz good on the extra point, and the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And no doubt this is not the way that they had hoped to open their season. Thoroughly outplayed here in front of the national audience.
Room here to run. And now off to the races down the right side. And all the way in for a Miami touchdown. Jamal Williams, already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend.
And the Dolphins have got it back to a 2-score game here in the 4th.
Extra point up and good by Sanders. And that cuts the lead to 28-14.
This will be brought out from the middle of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Winston and the Saints now with a 1st and 10
at their own 22. The slot man in motion right. They begin on the ground with Kamara. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7. From the gun, it's a run for Kamara. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. So now 1st and 10 as they've crossed into Miami territory at the 48-yard line. Now a handoff. Here's Kamara.
And he works his way forward to pick up 4 yards there. 2nd down.
Now I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
The Saints passing game in sync and moving the football. It's a 1st down. Throwing, Winston. Firing quickly, but it's incomplete.
Well, a momentary speed bump there with that throw partner. The defense had other ideas, and they're trying to mount a small stand before this drive reaches the end zone.
On 2nd down, Kamara. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. To throw, Winston. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
Buried behind the line by Christian Wilkins.
Tremendous read and reaction by the defensive tackle. And frankly, partner, it's not that often the DTs have that type of easy access back to the quarterback. Never bought the play-action fade.
The kick by Lutz is good. So after 4 touchdowns in the game for this offense, this time they're forced to take him to 3.
But you just mentioned 4 touchdowns, right? So 4 out of 5, not too bad. I think that's a pretty good record for them.
Following the made field goal, Lutz to kick it away.
This will be fielded inside the 5.
And he's going to be out of bounds here right at the 20-yard line.
The Dolphins take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The Dolphins at the line ready for their next drive. And they knew coming in that this would be a tough place to go in and win a season opener. But this has just been a performance, to be frank, not to be proud of here as they trail big in this 4th quarter. Meanwhile, Tua's throw here taken in by Gesicki.
This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Coming up on 2nd and 7.
Tagovailoa working out of the gun. Throwing middle, and it's complete. So the completion good for just 3. And it brings up 3rd and 5 now.
They'll need 5 on this play to move the sticks.
Looking to pass. Tua. And he's left with no option here but to throw it away. At this point, down big, you'd have to imagine this defense are just going to sit back, blanket the field as best they can.
Yeah, this is actually the easy part of the game for them because, just as you noted, they can sit back, keep everything in front of them. But they blanketed the field the entire game using a variety of coverages.
Now they go for it on 4th, but this one is going to wind up incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Saints are going to get it back and in great shape. Trying the left side with Kamara. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Winston here to throw. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down.
That was a difficult catch, and I admire the fact that he actually caught the football. Worked so hard to get his feet down in bounds, tried to do the toe tap. Like my dad's an accomplished tap dancer.
That is caught. Traquan Smith. Touchdown, Saints. A great effort there. 26 yards. As his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz with the extra point. And the lead is now 24. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This is taken just shy of the 10. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Dolphins at the line, ready for their next drive. Where we stand right now in the 4th quarter, this one pretty much out of reach. And, Charles, I know they're going to be disappointed about several things with this ball game, but the self-inflicted wounds, they've had several turnovers. You would have to think that's going to be something they're going to discuss heavily in the film session in the coming days.
You're absolutely right about that, partner, because they're going to have to sit in that film room and watch every error that they made and figure out how to not do it in the future. And mentally, I think a lot of the guys are already starting to think about, okay, let me put this behind us and get better for the next time out. This, they'll use as motivation for the rest of the time that they play to hopefully never be in this type of situation again.
Okay, right? at my Brooklyn, go see Chirac, Southside, C12, 911, grrr to the reality, we still outside. Mine on the riches, hard in the trenches. You can't throw dirt on the underground, we thrive in it. Ghana boys stocks on the rise, Charlie, this flex know they ready. See, we were not to ride nobody with, we're the ones who started with it. Translation, Yanni had to buy, Yanni had Yanni hits. This goes so hard, even the ops go with it, That's how you know we lit. Grrr.
Yeah, alright, my flow sinister. This ain't rap music, this straight literature. Small-minded, all your ideas miniature. They tend to hate on you when they can't get rid of you. I ain't going nowhere, 20-year career minimum. Call Hit Boy for beats, ask for 10 of them. I don't follow trends, I swing the pendulum. If the bag good, I'm gonna give her some. Let's reflect times, I try to collect minds from complex rhymes. And by the way, shout out Tech 9. Go and shut the up, just let me talk.